side since 9 years, and I'm fortunate enough that I'm able to basically tackle my career and passion together. So I really like teaching, and so I'm fortunate that I'm able to manage my passion as well as my career, that I'm practicing as well as I am teaching. So it feels really great that I'm able to do both of that. And in this sessions, we are be doing the banking sessions, banking law sessions, in which we will be occupying with different types of banking rules and regulations, in-depth laws, types of banks, and various other things in regards to the banking law completely. So you need to basically for 10 days आप लोगों को मुझे झेलना पड़ेगा थोड़ा सा. Yes, tolerate me. And if I'm little fast, slow, जो भी है नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, just let me know. Not an issue. We are there to clear all the queries, and I'm hopeful that I might give some inputs to your knowledge by these sessions. Yes. So could we just start with small introduction by yourself? Could you just let me know your name, and so how come you have come with this basically session, and why you might have chosen for this? Yes, can I start with Mr. Advocate Saktival? Right? Am I spelling it right? Like pronouncing it right?
Yes, madam. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yes. Hello.
yeah. Good evening, madam. This is Saktivel. I am practicing advocate from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu.
Oh,
So, yeah, I am doing. I am practicing in DRT cases. So that is the reason.
chalo, if I don't know something, so you also can help me with some
Yeah,
inputs in DRTs.
yeah,
Yes?
yeah, sure.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Yes. Advocate Vandana Bhatt. Yeah. Hi.
Hi, good evening.
Hi. Good
Nice
evening.
to meet you.
Yes.
So I'm practicing in the Kerala High Court.
Okay. Great.
I finished my LLB in 2013.
Wow.
I just started practicing only now, though.
Now.
I did my master's in corporate and commercial law in Christ University, Bangalore.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm interested in specializing in some areas. So
Sector.
banking law, yeah. So banking law is also something I'm looking
Yeah, it's
for.
a booming sector, right? Or booming, right? Banking and IPR, they are very much booming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, dear. Yes. Bansal, Mr. Bansal. Mr. Bansal. Bansal. Hello. Good
Yes,
evening.
madam. Good evening. I am
Yes.
practicing Delhi, madam.
Okay. 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 Great. Yes. Dikshita Dubey. Dikshita Dubey. Yeah. Hello. Sir, you want to say something? Bansal, sir? You want to say something? So sorry. Am I audible, Bansal, sir? Yes, I want to say something. I don't know. We couldn't hear you, sir. You're not audible. I think there's some network issue with him. We'll move ahead. Let's see if he's getting his network back. Yeah, Dikshita. Dikshita De. Dikshita De. Yeah, Dikshita. Hi. Hello. Again, I'm not able to hear. Is something with my issues, or like, I don't know. Yeah, Dikshita, you're saying something. I'm not able to hear you. Not audible, actually. Am I audible to you all, actually?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Perfect.
clear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Dikshita. Yeah, hello. Okay. Next is Mr. Tyagi.
Yes,
Taushan.
ma'am. I am
Taushan.
practicing advocate in Delhi NCR, and I am the legal consultant of Wave Group 2. And I did my LLM from Sundardeep College of Law. And I
Oh,
came to know about this course from Instagram.
great, great, great. Welcome. Nice. Yeah, Kirti. Kirti.
Hi, very good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
I'm studying in last year from Punjabi University, Patiala.
G. Okay, great, great. So this is your sixth semester, last one, 3 year course.
No, actually, 5 year law. It's my ninth semester.
Last ninth semester. Great. So your electives might be banking.
Yeah.
Okay. Banking and
No, ma'am, I am exploring my opportunities.
okay, great. All the best. Chalo. Yes. Next is Maverick. Am I right with the word Maverick? Am I pronouncing it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's Maverick versus
Maverick. I'm so
myself.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Myself, Minas Khan Pathan, and
Yeah.
I'm practicing in Gujarat High Court.
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
based in Ahmedabad.
Okay. Great.
I deal with civil matters. I just wanted to expand my knowledge in banking sector.
Yeah.
Just you said it's booming
It is.
industry. And I got to know about this LeDroit site on YouTube.
Uh,
I'm looking forward my best experience with you.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, madam.
Surely. Hopefully, I could uh, come up to that. So my birthplace is Bharuch.
Oh,
So yes, I've been completely visiting there quite often.
okay, okay, okay.
Chalo. Yes. Next is NP Sahai, Mr. NP Sahai. Yes.
It's-
NP Sahai. Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Yeah, hi, ma'am.
Hello. Good
Yeah,
evening.
yeah, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. Good evening. This side Anjulika. I am a student of LLB fifth semester
Oh,
from Raju Bhaiya University.
sorry. From where?
From Raju Bhaiya University,
Oh,
Allahabad. Yeah.
Allahabad. Good, good.
Yes, ma'am.
Great, great.
Yeah.
Neha. Neha Tiwari. Neha. Yeah, is she there? Yeah, hi
Yeah,
Neha.
yeah, yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
Good
I
evening.
just passed my graduation in law.
Oh,
I
great.
wanted to explore banking. That's why I joined it. Yeah,
Welcome.
thank you.
Yeah. Neha. Neha Yadav. Neha.
Hello.
Hi. Good
Hello,
evening.
ma'am. Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening.
How are you, ma'am?
Good, great. Hope you're doing great.
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Yeah.
doing great, ma'am. I completed my graduation from Delhi University, Miranda House, and I
Oh,
have completed my PG in cyber law. So I wanted to explore this course to just gain some expertise in it and to gain some knowledge. So I came across this course on your platform. So
again,
I'll
the
be
burden
gaining
is
something
very
new.
high on me that I have to give such inputs to you all. So if I'm wrong somewhere, just correct me. So don't worry for that at all. Yes. Thank you so much, Neha. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Uh, Pretender. Yes, Mr. Pretender. Pretender, right? Am I pronouncing it right?
Hello.
Hello. Hi, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. I am pursuing a 5 year law degree from Punjabi University, Patiala,
Ji.
and I'm in my final year, that is ninth semester. And
Nice.
I got to know about the course from one of my close friends.
Oh, great. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Shreya. Shreya. Hi, Shreya.
Hi,
Good
ma'am. Good
evening.
evening,
Good
everyone.
evening.
Ma'am, I am ninth semester student in UPS School of Law, and I am currently specialization in energy laws, and banking and finance is my one of the
Electives.
chosen subjects, as you said, electives.
Yeah.
And I wanted to explore this subject in the matter of project financing and
Oh,
the government laws and everything.
yes, yes.
So,
Great. Nice, nice. Great. Welcome and all the best. Yeah.
thank you, ma'am.
Varun. Varun.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good
Hello,
evening.
I'm audible. Yes, good evening. Good evening. So, I am basically pursuing a 5 year BLLB in Karnataka State Law University, and I have chosen this course so I can see into which field in which sector I'm basically interested in. I've still not chosen, so I'm just looking into it.
Yes, yes. So this IPR and then this banking are currently into such a very high stakes that now it has been a very sometimes even now, like now also I am feeling that I have not completed, I don't know much about cyber law, so I am also getting into कि भैया मुझे भी 1 year का पीजी या कोई और कोर्स है that I have to complete for myself, because it's, you have to keep on updating yourself and learn yourself, so you get the knowledge and you get to know about the subject. So I think someone has added, and just have a word. Who just added? I'm so sorry. Someone just added. Advocate Namrata. Advocate Namrata, hello. Could you just introduce yourself, ma'am?
Hello.
Hello. Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Yeah, could you just introduce yourself, ma'am?
I am Advocate Namrata Singh. Prior to that, I was working in a corporate sector in banking and insurance sector.
Okay,
After that, I have come into this profession. So
great. कुछ
naturally,
गलती
it's
हो
my
जाए
interest
मुझसे तो correct
to
कर
do
देना.
in. Yes, I have total altogether 20 years of experience in different sectors,
Wow,
and in this legal field, I am for last 5 years.
great, great. कुछ गलती हो जाए मैम तो बता देना.
नहीं नहीं नहीं.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes. So, look, could we
thank
start
you.
with the session then? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Give me a minute. I'll just share the screen. Yeah. Yeah. Is my screen visible? Yes. Yes. Is the screen visible? And am I audible?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. So before actually going into proper details of the various acts that we have, we will be first seeing or we will be going through with the some backgrounds of banking, some regulations of RBI, or some banking regulations as well, types of banks that we have currently with us, yes, so that it will be easier for us to understand, and so sorry, to understand the various laws that we have incorporated in our banking sector. Yes, so let's start with the introduction, and we might also see what is the basic objective behind all these things. Yes, so as we all know, okay, so I might pop up with some of the questions in between. Yes, so it's just a give and take sessions, क्योंकि मुझे ऐसे है कि आप सो ना जाए, बोर ना हो जाए, I have to pop up with some questions. Yes, so I'll just ask might sometimes few questions, just बता देना हाँ या ना में, या whatever the answer you feel. Okay, चलो. And what I was thinking कि we might keep last 10 minutes for just a Q&A session. अगर कुछ भी questions है, queries है, we might solve at the end of the session. Like we will give that 10 minutes just for the queries. Okay, chalo. So let's, before moving to that, let's see what's the basic objective behind formation of banks itself. Okay, so we all know that bank is a very crucial sector in general. If even we go with basic banks, or even if we go with NBFs as well, right? So whenever we talk about bank being a very crucial sector in finance system, okay, so we know that why banking is there. So why we require banks for any financial system. Why you feel, what is the requirement कि banks की क्या जरूरत है, मतलब why, what is your opinion कि भैया why we need banks? Yeah, Shreya.
Ma'am, to maintain a give and take of money and right flow of money.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Anything else? Someone has any different point of view? Why do you feel? Can we also put in the words that does a banking helps in developing the nation? होता है ऐसा कुछ? Does bank help to build the nations?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
yes. So can we put in that word? Ki yes, bank being a very a very crucial in financial sector, as it helps to develop the or develop the nation basically, or is being used in developing any nation. That's why now usually what happens, there are different types of categories of people or individual, and we don't only say individuals, we also can say a artificial legal person. So who is the artificial legal person? Can anyone tell me? Any idea about art?
Companies,
Yes.
companies, and
Yeah, any companies, they are known as the artificial legal person. So I just don't tell कि भैया only individuals or categories of people are in need of bankings, but also the artificial legal person is equally required for banks. So they do have their separate banking requirements, right? I'm so sorry. Okay. Yes. So, what is the basic requirement, or we might say the objective of a bank? So, what's the objective? Can anyone tell me what is the objective of a bank? Yes. What would be the objective of bank? Formation of bank, behind
And
forming
monetary
a bank.
transactions.
So sorry. So sorry.
Monetary transactions.
Transactions. Okay. Yani,
To provide financial help to lenders.
yes. Okay. Anything else? Yes. Anything else? So banks.
No,
Yeah. So banks' objective. Yeah. You need. So sorry. You want to say something, Neha? I'm so sorry.
oh, no, no, ma'am, no. I was
Okay,
just asking.
okay, sorry. So the basic objective of a bank is basically to provide a financial help and also to be or to act like a mediator. So what is a mediator? Can anyone tell me what would be the mediator?
between the consumer and the company.
Yes, between the consumer and the company, to act as a mediator between the depositors, we might say, and the borrowers, as in terms of banking. So, to act like a mediator between the depositors and borrowers who are usually in a need of any financial assistance, right? So, now initially banks were the only when we used to say bank, so what it used to be, अच्छा डिपॉजिट करना है, पैसे पैसे निकालने हैं बस, या फिर लोन दे रहे हैं. But now the banks have widened their scope. So now in case of banking, bank is not just only depositing or lending the money, but they are also providing various other services as well. So initially, so bank also has been developed over the years, we might say, right? So when the bank itself has thought कि भैया हमको हमारा scope wide करना है, that time people thought, or the we might say they thought of enacting some banking rules and regulations. So when we talk about banking rules and regulation means what? What do you think? What do you mean by banking law? As in law, what we think? Why it would have been a necessity to enact any law in regards to banking? Why we feel so? Why it would be? What would have been purpose for enacting it? Any answer?
Ma'am, so that the regulations may be made for the particular sector.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Anything else?
Ma'am, so that
Yes.
money can be monitored in a better systematic manner,
Respect. Yeah.
and that would help the sector to grow and nation to grow in a particular way.
Exactly. So basically, when we talk about law means what? Rules and regulations. So there, when a bank thought कि भैया हमको अभी हमारा स्कोप जो है वो बढ़ाना है, not only we are going to accept the money or lend the money or give any financial helps, but now we are going to provide the other different services as well, which bank usually earlier was not providing. बराबर है. So now when the scope has been widened, the areas been widened, now there was a necessity to enact the laws so that this sectors can regulate properly, can function properly. That's why the picture came of Banking Regulation Act 1949. Yes, that's why they regulated a act, that was Banking Regulation Act 1949. Yes. So there are two major acts that govern banks basically. One is banking regulation and second is RBI. Yes. So these are the two acts which usually governs the banking system, the whole functioning of the bank. And now of course they have introduced some of the Surface Act, Omnibus Act. Yes, they also govern. So both of these acts are exactly opposite to each other. So one governs bank, one governs consumer. Yes, chalo. So can you tell me now what are the different functions that we might think the bank are doing? Yes, can anyone go through with the different functions one by one if anyone wants to? What could be the banking functions basically? Yes, can anyone tell me? Yes.
Ma'am, they protect the stakeholders' interest in a particular firm,
Oh,
majorly,
yeah.
where major investments happening, and if we just uh, make a company insolvent, so all other stakeholders, people who are included in it, working in it, may be
Liquidation
affected.
basically.
Yes. So like basically all the stakeholders, they
Oh,
might be affected and regulated.
okay. Yes. Any other functions of bank that you might feel?
When financing the sectors and the projects.
Yes. All right. Yes. Yes. Then anything else? Yes. So initially, was there any internet services provided by the banks? So can now that has become a new introduction in the functions of bank providing internet services? Yes. Then initially again, did they have the currency exchange policy under banks? Has it also introduced a new amendment to the banking function? Yes. Yes. So apart from banking services that may offer the account systems, the credit facilities, then we might have the investment facilities. Yes, another functions of banks can be accepting deposits, then providing the loans. Of course, these are the basic functions that they provide. Yes, then there can be any payments and settlement services. Yes, what can be payment and settlement services is the same what Shreya was saying. Liquidation, can it be so?
Ma'am, in cases it can be, but
Yeah.
payment and settlement are two different things. As per the area,
Yeah.
the interest is upon. Some,
Yes.
like for example, there has to be a payment made to someone for some amount in crores or something, and settlement is happening by a way of mediation, arbitration, or whatever the they chooses to. So there
Processes.
is a difference between settlement and payment.
Payments, exactly. So what is payments? Payments are usually any payments made by the one party to the another. And what are the settlements? Settlements is exactly to the another. So what if, even if I am making a payment through a credit card, okay, do I have to settle that credit card payment और चल जाता है मतलब that's fine, don't we don't get any bill, monthly bill through the banks? So are we making a settlement when the bank is issuing us the payment that we have to make?
No, ma'am, that is a payment we have to make. That is not a settlement.
So that is not a settlement. Yes, and what in case of check bounce then? What do you think? What it would be if in case any check has been issued and if it has been bounced, then it what it would be? What it fall under payment or it would fall under settlement?
Ma'am, settlement, because then it will be covered under NI Act.
NI Act, exactly. So it might fall under the settlement as it would cover under Negotiable Instruments Act. Yes. Then the another function that I was talking about was the currency exchange. So what is currency exchange? Currency exchange. So मत जाना और आधा घंटा है थोड़ा सा और लेना है. Yeah. What is currency exchange? Yes. What might be the
Um,
currency exchange?
Foreign
Basically,
exchange.
Foreign exchange हो गया जी. Yes, it's a basic foreign. Yeah, Shreya, you're saying something. Yeah, same answer.
Ma'am, it's same answer like
Same.
forex exchange.
Foreign.
Yes, yes. So basically, they have a foreign exchange services that are being now even provided by the banks. So what they do, they buy, they sell, or they exchange the foreign currencies. So what if I have taken some currencies, okay, so I have bought some currencies from the bank. So luckily I did not exhaust my foreign currency and I have brought back my currencies. So now can I basically sell those currencies to the bank itself or exchange to the bank itself?
Yes, ma'am. If that.
Yes, yes, I can even sell or I can even exchange my foreign currency with that particular bank. Then the next part or the next function is safeguarding your valuables. Can this be known as a locker service facilities in simple terms? Safeguarding your valuables. Yeah. Do we have a security services provided by the bank wherein we can keep our valuables? Then valuables can be anything in the anything, like it can be any materialistic thing, we might say. So can that even be one of the functions that are being provided by the banks? Yes. The next one is internet banking services. We all know the latest, not the latest, I might say, of course बहुत दिन हो गया उसको भी, but yes, one of the services that bank is offering is being a internet banking services, also as a mediator to our payment gateways, also to be a mediator to do our payment gateways. So what is payment gateways mediator? Can anyone tell me what it can be?
Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
Through internet or through website or third party, you can say that
Yes.
we are getting payment through.
Can then in a very basic question ऐसे ही पॉप अप हुआ दिमाग में कि then can banking called as a third party in case of payment when we are basically using our account in GPays or Paytm or what?
Yes.
Can we call them as a agent or a mediator or what? What do you think? Like all, I'm asking to all actually. What do you all think? क्या होगा? Banks क्या होंगे? या share?
Ma'am, the gateway that we use will be the third party, like Razorpay, Paytm, GPay, or the apps that we use. That
हाँ.
will be third party. And
And yeah, continue. Sorry.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, ma'am, you can continue. I was
No, no,
just
no. Why not bank? I was just asking. Why not then banks? Yeah.
ma'am, because bank is the primary thing from which we are making the payment, so it cannot be put third. If we are using, just like I use a Kotak account and I use Kotak Bank, so that would be like a third same. But if I use a third party, the third party would be like Paytm or GPay. I think so. I don't know. That's the thing.
Okay. Anyone has any different opinion to this? What do you think? Is the bank the third party or the payment gateways are the third party?
Payment gateway.
Payment gateways. Okay. Someone else? Anyone else has a different opinion to this? Yes. What do you all think? Yes. Because my primary account deals with a particular bank, right? So my bank is not the third party because my account is been with that bank since years. So if I'm using a direct NFTs, then from whom I'm paying through my to my accounts, right? Then when I want, if I'm registering my account to some payment gateways, that is again what the primary account has been added to my gateway, whatever the gateway payment section we are using, right? So if it is a GPay, if I'm having my account in HDFC and if I'm using my HDFC primary account, so basic account to the payment gateway, through whom now I'm paying, that is through the Google. But with the bank, I'm already there. So the first party becomes the bank, and the next party becomes whom? This the third party that we were talking about is any payment gateways. They become the any payment gateways, right, Shreya? Am I right? Or any else opinion?
No, ma'am, it's the same.
Yes, barabar hai. Chalo, let's go to the next part of the bankings. Okay, so next is, as we have seen the different functions of bank, how bank started, or what is the primary objective of the bank. Now let's see constitution and various types of bank that we have. Okay, types of banks we are talking about. Okay, so basically now, till now you would have understood that when we talk about any banking law, there are two major acts, right? There are two major acts that are being enacted for this companies, one is your RBI, that is 1934 RBI Act, that is Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, and then there is a Banking Regulation Act 1949. So now let's see how RBI has its own act. So RBI is a bank, okay, and they are having their own act. So whenever, so I'll just give a chota sa, what we might say, input to this. So whenever any such bank or any other sector has its own act, that is, or they are known as special acts. Okay, they are known as special acts. So RBI have their own act which they feel they have made for their regulations, and majorly other banks are also being included into it. So do you know such any special act? Any other bank has a such a special act which is known as a special act? Any other bank has their
Ma'am,
own act?
SBI Act, State Bank of
SBI has, yes. Any other? SBI एक हो गया, फिर बैंक में SBI और कोई बैंक है where you feel they have their own special act made for themselves? Yep. Okay, any apart from banking you think there are any such special acts? Yes.
ma'am, SEBI Act.
सेबी है जी, और yes, maybe. I'm so sorry, I'm not able to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. Yeah, please.
Foreign Exchange Management Act.
Foreign Exchange Management Act. Yeah. Yes. Does the life insurance LIC has their own act? Yes. Does LIC has their own act? Yes. Yes. Continue. Yeah. Shreya, Marvik, yeah. Anyone?
मैम PMLA.
PML भी हो गया, ठीक है जी. Any else?
DRT भी तो आएगा ना मैम,
DRT भी आ
DRT
जाएगा.
पर्टिकुलर शेयर वैसी एक
I Act also.
But हाँ, yes. Yeah.
कंपनी बैंकिंग कंपनीज रेगुलेशंस एक्ट भी होता है ना कुछ शब्द.
वो ऑर्डिनेंस हो गया ना शायद से,
हाँ,
बैंकिंग.
बैंकिंग रेगुलेशंस का भी एक्ट आता है.
जी. Okay. So whenever we talk a particular sector having their own acts, they are known as special acts. So Reserve Bank has its own, as well as they have included the banks who might follow the Reserve Bank's rules and regulations, enacted the rules regulations in that act. Okay, chalo. So how the RBI Act has been formed? Let's go to that first. Okay, let's see a little history of it. So basically Reserve Bank started its own activity as a private bank first. Okay, ठीक है. So they were known as a private bankers before, very before becoming a nation's central bank. ठीक है. So RBI ने क्या किया, जब RBI started its own things or its own activities, there was a bank known as Imperial Bank of India. ठीक है. So what they did, they started with their activities and then they took over the Imperial Bank of India. Okay, so Imperial Bank of India by that time, before taking over by the RBI, okay, Imperial Bank was known as the nation's bank. Okay, what we mean by nation's bank is, so they used to provide the all the like all the currencies or the financial assistance, we might say, not, let's not get that thing, financial, complete financial assistance to the government or to the nation. Okay, so what this RBI did, they started their activity, they took over the Imperial Bank of India and they started printing their own currencies, notes. And when they started printing their own currencies and notes, government basically approached them. Okay, and they also then started serving the government as well, and so it become a government's bank also. So then it is how it became a nation's bank. Okay, so it becomes a nation bank. So basically, as soon as they what we might say, they took over the Imperial Bank of India. Okay, so sorry, 1 minute. So they took over the Imperial Bank of India, and they started representing themselves as a government bank. RBI started representing them as a government bank, or also known as nation's central bank. Also known as nation's central bank. So as soon as we got independence, okay, the country got independence, RBI planned to nationalize all the bank. RBI basically planned to nationalize all the banks and themselves as well. Okay, so then what happened around January 1st, 1949. Okay, January 1st, 1949, they started operating as a state owned and a state controlled central bank. Okay, they started acting as a state owned and a state controlled central bank. Okay, then government of India basically passed one act. Okay, they basically passed one act that was known as Banking's Company Act 1949. Banking's Company Act 1949, which was later renamed as Banking Regulation Act. Okay, Banking Regulation Act 1949. Now, by all these things, we have understood one simple thing, or we might say one underlined thing, that RBI is serving as a government bank. Okay, it also regulates all the banks. Okay, it also regulate all the banks that we have currently in India. Okay, and it is also known as a nation's central bank. RBI is also known as the nation's central bank. Now, in the year 1969, yes, 1969, there were around 14 different banks which became commercial. Okay, which became commercial banks in the private sector, and they were nationalized. So around 19th of July 1969, major banks became themselves or declared themselves as a nationalized bank. So who were being declared as a nationalized bank? The banks which would have the deposits upon 50 cr. So all the banks which were anonymously having the overall, I might say, the complete deposits of themselves having above above the 50 cr. Okay, and were being promoted as an industrialist banks. All of these several 14 banks got nationalized bank. Okay, so I might not go all the 14, but some of them are, as we also know right now also, they are BOB, Bank of India. Yes, then we have central bank. Now central bank को किसी ने अभी टेक ओवर किया है, या सेंट्रल बैंक ने किसी को टेक ओवर किया है अभी फिलहाल? What is the status of central bank? Can anyone tell me? Yes, yes. Is there any changes in central bank right now? Yeah, anyone saying something? Yes, yes. मुझे कल बताना कि सेंट्रल बैंक का फिलहाल का सिचुएशन क्या है. Have they taken over, or they have taken over something, some other bank, something matlab some other bank? Just let me know tomorrow the current status of central bank. So ये तो हुआ central bank. So there was a bank known as syndicate bank. Yes, so what is about syndicate bank? Has Dena Bank taken over the syndicate bank? Have they merged? Have this bank have been merged now? Yes, any idea?
Man, syndicate was merged with Canara Banks, maybe.
कैनरा है या देना बैंक है? फिर देना बैंक के साथ किसने किया है, या देना बैंक ने किसको लिया है? फिर अगेन कल बताना मुझे, याद से आई आस्क. ओके.
Ma'am, the bank, I guess it was merged with Bank of Baroda.
विच वन? देना बैंक.
Yes, ma'am. Dena Bank is merged with Bank of
Dena Bank,
Baroda.
yes. Bank of Baroda has taken over Dena Bank. And what about Syndicate Bank then? It's merged with
Canara Bank.
Canara Bank. Correct. तो syndicate has merged with Canara Bank. तो आपने कल का प्रोजेक्ट, कल का काम आज ही कर दिया. अभी मुझे कुछ और देना पड़ेगा. Yes, चलो, let's move ahead. Yes, so these were the different 14 types, 14 various banks who had the deposits above 50 CR. All of these 14s were nationalized at that given point of time when it was 16th of July, 19th of July 1969. Okay, 19th of July 1969. Okay, yes. Then what was the purpose behind nationalization? What is nationalization? What do you think? What would be nationalization? What is nationalization of bank?
Central government taking complete control over those banks.
Yes, yes. Okay, anything else?
It's becoming a government entity.
Government entity. Okay, yes.
Ma'am, where like majority stakes up to 50 or 51% are be taken by government or something.
Government. Yes, yes. And they're also known as a public sector bank. Am I right? Are they known as a public sector bank? When we say
Yes,
it's a
ma'am. Like,
nationalized bank?
yes, ma'am. Like 50,
Yes.
51% stake it is
Correct.
government and 49% it's private.
With a particular bank. Yes, exactly. So, okay, so this is nationalization. So, why do you feel, what was the requirement of being a nationalized bank? So, what was the purpose behind becoming a nationalized bank? I might say.
Ma'am, it
Yes,
has its own benefits. Becoming a nationalized bank is its own benefit and more treasury,
more
I think.
treasury. Yes, वो तो मतलब by default bank है तो yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
How
And
much?
then they have leverage over the private banks regarding the rules and regulations,
Rules and
stakeholdership.
regulations upon the interest rate, everything. I
Yes,
might say.
ma'am.
Yes. So let's take our basic purposes why the bank were required to become a nationalized bank. So what is the first purpose? The first purpose was to increase the presence of bank across the nation. So I remember just what might say yaad hai, my mom used to tell me. So when banks were not there, and at that point when she was studying and she was completing her mcom or something that time, and she asked her father ki baba, we have bank, let's keep some money in the bank. So she told me ki what her father gave an आंसर टू दिस वाज कि अरे कल बैंक लूट लिया तो क्या करेंगे, बैंक में भी पैसे कहाँ से सेफ होते हैं. सो दिस वाज द बेसिक prospect towards bank. So it, I think it was around she's yeah like very very मतलब not बहुत पुराना भी नहीं, I might say it's around 1960 का सीन है ये, and still she got this answer. She always used to tell me कि you have to save money. So whenever she used to taught me bank में डालो and all, so she told me what was my dada gave, my nana gave an answer was कि अरे बैंक लूट लिया तो क्या करेंगे, right? So this was the prospect of the people towards bank, as they had a very less knowledge according for the bank basically, right? So the main purpose of becoming a nationalized bank was to increase the more, we might say, the presence or more branches of banks, so that the people are more aware and feel more secure towards securing their money in the banks. क्योंकि पैसे नहीं आएंगे तो फंड कहाँ से, ट्रेजर कहाँ से बढ़ेगा? श्रेया वाज सेइंग पैसे नहीं डालेंगे तो बढ़ना तो है ही नहीं. So yes, to increase the awareness, they thought to make more presence of bank in the nation. So it is much better that If we nationalize to become a nationalized bank, it will be an easier to make the more presence of the bank in the country or in the nation. Yes, to provide various banking services to the different segments of the society. So as we know, not only the individual, there are a separate societies as well. Okay, corporate societies also, we know corporate societies are also there who use these services as well. The artificial legal person also we have, so to provide a banking services to the different segments of the society. Then what, to change the concept of banking into mass banking, a perfect example that I shared right now with you all. Yes, and of course, to increase the growth of the nation, to increase the growth of the nation. Then around what we might say in 1980s, around 1980s, some of there were six more banks who were nationalized, and they had their deposits around 200 cr, about 200 cr. Okay, they were Andhra Corporation Bank. Okay, then there were some of the other banks as well who merged, later on merged, actually new in Bank of India merged with Punjab Nationalized Bank. And now what is the current status of Punjab Nationalized Bank, any idea? एनी करंट स्टेटस ऑफ पंजाब? चलो कुछ ना कुछ तो मुझे मिल ही जाता है। यस, किसी को कुछ बोलना है?
It is a public sector bank only, na?
It is a public, yeah, it is a public sector bank. So have they merged with any other bank? That's what I'm asking. And what is the
UBI,
current status of Punjab
United,
Nationalized Bank?
United Bank of India has merged in Punjab National Bank.
Punjab National
And
Bank.
Oriental Bank of Commerce also merged in Punjab National Bank.
Punjab National Bank. Yes, there are two banks. I'm so sorry. Yeah, there are two banks who have merged with Punjab National Bank. Yes, and then there were many several commercial bank branches which were in metros and urbans and semi-urbans and rural areas as well. So, is there any use of rural areas bank, or what is semi-urban we might say? चलो rural तो सबको पता है. What might be semi-urban then? Yeah, any idea what is semi-urban?
Ma'am,
Yes.
like not rural, not actually rural, but where the farmers may keep their money right now, the government is making banks more accessible to them, which are not as much as rural as they are.
As they are, but they are semi-urbans. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, they can lend a good amount of money for like tractors and everything, and
Uh-huh.
not very small amount. They might give a particular threshold to them and then take back or something. So,
Yeah, that the perfect like not example I might say the perfect
Grameen Bank, like,
Grameen Bank. Grameen might be full ruler, no, ma'am?
yeah, semi cooperative banks.
Yeah. So this might be the banks who might be, um, what we might say, partly urban and partly rural. What she was talking right now, right? Semi-urban and semi-rural. So,
and
okay,
like
what exactly?
term credit institutions kind of thing, like as they call.
Yeah, we will come to them, but I just wanted to ask what is exactly semi-urbans. So that's why I just asked, because it's not completely urbanized as well as it's not completely ruralized. Yes, I think it's already 9:26. If I start with a new topic, it will be little. Okay, I'll start with different types of banks that we have currently. So it's a completely whole new topic. I think we would start it by tomorrow so that I can finish in like in a one whole session. Will that do with everyone?
When can I
Because
ask a
first I
question?
just don't want to break that continuity when we start with one particular topic. So we have completed with the one basic topic of banking. So we have known little about RBI, we have known little about regulation, bank regulation. Yes, their functions and everything. So when I just feel and I want ki when I'm starting with types, I require a complete whole session so that we just do not get break in that particular. So chalega, can we have this tomorrow. Will that do? Okay, so can we conclude for the day? Chalega? Yes, hope I was tolerable. Yes.
Yes.
और मैंने ज्यादा बोर नहीं किया क्योंकि आपको 10 दिन तो झेलना ही है. You don't have any other option, right? Yes. Chalo, let's meet up then tomorrow and we'll start with various types of bank. Okay. Chalo, thank you so much. Bye. Good night and take care. Thank you. Thank you for attending. Bye.